Yeah, like I can feel
All right. Indiana University School of Medicine, class of 2024, welcome. Thanks for being here. I'm going to have you guys do something that seems really stupid, but put your arms to your side and make sure you're all physically distanced, if not socially distanced from each other. Those of you who have longer arms get a little bit more space. Yes. As you probably know, it is traditional for medical students to undergo a white coat ceremony at the beginning of their education. We aren't able to do a white coat ceremony this year. However, we have been able to get you guys copies of the physician's oath, which is modified from the Oath of Geneva. It's been around for a very long time. And we are really proud that you'll all be able to recite it together here at the inauguration of your medical education. Along those lines, I am very pleased to present a rising fourth-year medical student who's going to be pursuing pediatrics, one of our Gold Humanism Honor Society members, Maddie Vanderoe.
Hi everyone, can you hear me? Sorry, I'm kind of short. As she said, my name is Maddie Vanderoe, and I'm a fourth-year student now at the Indianapolis campus, and I'm planning on going into pediatrics next year. I was fortunate enough to sit in, well, I guess stand, in the very same seats that you guys are just 3 years ago. I spent my first 2 years down here at Bloomington in this very campus. I'm speaking to you today on behalf of the Gold Humanism Honor Society, a program founded by the Gold Foundation in 2002 to celebrate and encourage demonstrations of humanism in medical training. The Gold Foundation works with healthcare professionals to ensure that compassion, respect, and empathy are at the core of all healthcare interactions. The White Coat Ceremony, which you will experience between phases 1 and 2 of your education in a few years, was established by the Gold Foundation in 1993 in order to provide an emphasis on compassionate, collaborative, and empathetic care from the very first day of your clinical training. So this ceremony is sort of acting in lieu of that right now to emphasize compassionate, empathetic, and collaborative care from the very first day of your medical school experience. I know that starting medical school looks a little bit different for you guys this year. You likely won't see patients for a while. You're going to be doing a lot of your learning online, and it's going to be really easy to disconnect and disengage that you are in fact becoming a doctor. But you're also entering medical school during a very unique time in the world. So I challenge you to not allow the first steps of this process to be passive ones. I challenge you to take the time and separation that you have to educate yourselves. You will be busy learning medicine, of course, but this is the time for you to educate yourselves early and educate yourselves often about the world and its many types of people around you. In the future, you will have patients whose backgrounds, choices, cultures, and races may not align with your own. You will have patients that will challenge you, that may hurt you, and may even force you to question your own belief systems. But they are all human and deserve the very best care that you have to offer, no matter how difficult it may be for you to reconcile these differences. This very best care comes only from a large capacity for empathy, which itself comes from knowledge. So again, I say, educate yourselves. I'm sure you've heard many times up until this point how fortunate you are to be sitting here today, or standing here today, to have been admitted into medical school and have the opportunity to embark on this journey toward an incredibly rewarding career. I want to echo this sentiment, but I also want to emphasize how fortunate you are to be sitting specifically here in these seats, in this town. Here in Bloomington, you have the most supportive environment in which you can grow and thrive. The teaching here is absolutely second to none, and I would elect to come back here for the first 2 years of my education 100 times over. You're incredibly lucky to spend your first 2 years in such a small cohort, a built-in group of best friends and colleagues to push through the coming storm with. That being said, I encourage you to use each other. Medical school is difficult. There's no way to sugarcoat it. It is emotionally taxing, intellectually overwhelming, and physically exhausting. But you don't have to go through it alone. As Brene Brown once said, daring greatly means the courage to be vulnerable. It means to show up and be seen, to ask for what you need, to talk about and have difficult discussions, to talk about how you're feeling. Vulnerability is the birthplace of innovation, creativity, and change. I like to think that this experience will change you for the better, but only if you let it, only if you allow yourself to be vulnerable. Ask for help. Remind yourselves why you decided to embark on this journey in the first place. Do not let the negativity of others change who you are or why you are here. Be human. Embrace your humanism. Embrace your compassion. Embrace your empathy. And you will find more success than you could have imagined here at your time at IU School of Medicine. Thank you, and good luck to all of you.
Thanks, Maddie. That was really wonderful. At this time, I'm going to ask any of the physicians in the group, any of our students who would like to come up and recite the oath with us to join behind me here, and we'll all speak the oath together. While they're assembling, I just want to kind of reiterate some of the things you've heard in the past couple days. As I said early on, just 3 days ago, it seems like, a lot longer, I'm sure, to you. It was just 3 days ago. Medicine's always been an apprenticeship model, and you guys are now being inducted into that guild. In fact, it's probably one of the oldest of all of civilization. Anthropologist Margaret Mead once was asked what she considered to be the beginning of civilization, and she said it was when they uncovered a femur that had been reset and healed, because healers really were the beginning of civilization. So you guys are now part of that really proud tradition. As Dr. Hess, as Dean Hess said in the video that we just saw, character matters. This is really important. And as Maddie just reiterated to you, don't lose sight of your humanism. Those are the spirits of this oath, and we're really excited to read it with you. Does anyone not have a copy? All right, let's read. The Physician's Pledge. As a member of the medical profession, I solemnly pledge to dedicate my life to the service of humanity. The health and well-being of my patient will be my first consideration. I will respect the autonomy and dignity of my patient. I will maintain the utmost respect for human life. I will not permit considerations of age, disease or disability, creed, ethnic origin, gender, nationality, political affiliation, race, sexual orientation, social standing, or any other factor to intervene between my duty and my patient. I will respect the secrets that are confided in me, even after the patient has died. I will practice my profession with conscience and dignity, and in accordance with good medical practice. I will foster the honor and noble traditions of the medical profession. I will give to my teachers, colleagues, and students the respect and gratitude that is their due. I will share my medical knowledge for the benefit of the patient and the advancement of healthcare. I will attend to my own health, well-being, and abilities in order to provide care of the highest standard. I will not use my medical knowledge to violate human rights and civil liberties, even under threat. I make these promises solemnly, freely, and upon my honor. All right, Indiana School of Medicine Bloomington Regional Campus Class of 2024, congratulations, welcome. And what I'd like to do at this point is ask you all to, in a single line and individually, go back to where the food was and sign a copy of the honor code. I think you all have individual Sharpie pens that you can use for that. We'll be distributing your Indiana University Gold Humanism pens, and you will be excused for the rest of the day to enjoy this beautiful weather.
I got a single file.
Gonna need another half step. Sounds
Get it going.
I can tell you. Yeah. And then my dad just sent me a
They could have said, hey, like, PM, Frank and Martha. Sunshine.